So T-Row picked me up Friday from the airport. And he said, let's go get a haircut. Let's go to my barber. All right, we go to the barber. We get a haircut. I got mine first. T-Row goes next. You know, these barbershops sometimes, they're not sport clips. They're not great clips. They take like an hour. So I said, I'm starving. I'm going to get something to eat. So I go walk around this area. I go to this restaurant called the Double Wide Grill. And I thought, oh, I grew up in a double wide trailer. And it looked funny. And I go, oh, I'm going to go eat there. Little homage to the trailer park. If you're in Pittsburgh and you see the Double Wide Grill, don't go. The service, rude, like they didn't want to be bothered. Usually when I have a bad meal, something's bad on the plate. This is what I ordered. Grilled chicken, broccoli, and it came with mashed potatoes. I don't like mashed potatoes. But when I walked in, I said, hey, first of all, nobody's there to greet you. Then I said, hey, do you see yourselves? What do we do here? And this guy just looked at me. He was like, and then he held his arm out like, I guess you seat yourself. So I sat down. And he just like kind of gave me the menu. He's like, what do you want to drink? And I was like, unsweetened iced tea. All right, brings it back. And I said, I guess I'm going to have the grilled chicken. And I go, where are the sides? And he goes, where it says sides. Oh, okay. Clearly I didn't see it on the menu. I wouldn't have asked. So then I said, you know what? I'm just not even going to ask what the sides are. I said, just give me what comes with it. And then so they bring it out. The chicken was so burnt. And it looked like they just went to like a grocery store, opened up a pack of chicken, and put it on this grill and just let it burn. I mean, it was burnt. Not overcooked. Burnt. The broccoli looked like they took it out of the bag and just put it on the plate. And then I took my fork. I go, I just got to know. The mashed potatoes, cold as shit. So usually when you go to a restaurant, you have one bad thing on the menu. Not everything. How is the chicken overcooked and the broccoli and potatoes aren't cooked? I was like, I drank the iced tea, ate it by the chicken, and I just told the guy I got up. He goes, you want it to go? I said, no. So then I just paid, didn't really, I think I left like $1 tip on it. And I was like, boop. But never go to the Double Wide Grill. And I hope they see this. Terrible service, terrible food. Just shut down. Trust me. You don't want to go there. It reminded me of like, it's funny when you get bad service as a customer because you're like, what do I tip? What do I do? Sometimes if the food's bad, but the service is good, I'll still leave a tip because it's not the server's fault. But in this instance, the service was bad and the food was bad. I still left $1. You're welcome. It's funny because I remember probably about a year ago, I had flown home and I was starving, but I got on a flight where I landed like at 1:00 and I still hadn't eaten anything all day. So I was still like, my brain wanted breakfast. So I went to a First Watch and I get the same thing at First Watch every time. I get a avocado omelet with fruit instead of potatoes. It's verbatim. Anybody ever go to First Watch? Anybody's ever served me at First Watch? You know I get the same thing. Avocado omelet, fruit instead of potatoes. That's it. That's all I ordered. I don't know what the price is on that, but it's like $15 or something, right? And I just remember I got there. It was like they closed at 2:00. I think I walked in the door at 1:30. I just told the guy it looked like they were wiping up, cleaning up and everything, but I just wanted an omelet. Ate it, left. I think I tipped 20, maybe 25%. Quick. Usually I go whatever 20 is, I'll go a little over. Whatever it is, when it's something like that, like nothing big. So let's do the math on that. If the omelet's 15 and 20% of that is $3. So I think I left 5 and thought nothing of it. Left there, boom. All of a sudden, I'm on Twitter and I'm getting like, I'm just looking at my name and I got tagged in a couple things and it was like the guy that served me at First Watch said, Gary Owen came in today. Almost like you never know who you're going to get. Gary Owen came in today. he said something like, taller than I thought, terrible tipper. And I was like, huh? So I responded. I said, I ordered an omelet. What was you expecting? And then the guys start, and I made sure I quoted the retweet, right? You quote it so you could see who made the post. Then the guys start going back and forth with other people. Other people like, oh, he thought he was about to get the bag off an omelet. I'm like, what do you tip on an omelet? And then the guy, his reasoning for making the post was, we were about to close. He came in. We kept the kitchen open. And, I'm in the service industry. I don't care what the bill is. I always leave $10. And I was like, huh? I was just like, now people were going in on him, right? And he's going back and forth. In the end, the guy deleted his Twitter. It was just gone because people were just coming out like boom, 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 boom. Some people were like, you shouldn't be doing this. You can't call customers out when they come in your restaurant. The guy did leave like 25% tip. And it was just like, some people. But it reminded me of that when I was doing the Double White Girl, I was like, I'll ask you this. Was I wrong in the tip I left on a $15 check? Because I'll be honest with you, I never was a good tipper until I did this movie called College, and that was like 2006 that we filmed that movie, and I went out to eat with this guy named Nick Zano, and we were eating, and the bill came to like $40, just me and him, and I said, I'll take care of it. He said, well, I'll get the tip. So I took care of the bill, and he left $20 as a tip, and I said, hey man, the bill was like only $40. He goes, dude, my mom was a waitress and we lived off tips our whole life. I was like, oh, okay. So now when I go out to eat, I do 20 and then I round up. So it ends up being like 25, 30% normally. But was I wrong in the first watch? Because they weren't closed. It was not like I walked in at 1:55. I walked in at 1:30, like 30 minutes before closing, and they were still open. So I don't know what he thought he was supposed to get. It was just... But the fact that he tried to call me out on social media, I was like, so.